In the sky, 1 second can decide life or death. Some birds rule with speed, others with raw power.
Some hunters do not make a sound. Some break through water to survive.
And deep inside the rainforest, a monster waits in silence. Not every sky killer attacks from above. Speed, strength, silence, patience, precision. These are the rulers of the air. High above the earth, where clouds drift like oceans, a different world begins. This is the kingdom of wings, where survival belongs to speed, vision, and courage. For millions of years, birds of prey have ruled the air with silent power.
Their eyes can see what others miss, even from hundreds of meters above. Their talons are natural weapons, built not for cruelty, but for survival. The red-tailed hawk soars effortlessly above the vast canopy, carried on the warm currents of the morning sun. For them, the sky is not a dream. It is their future battlefield. Some sky hunters live on cliffs. Others have learned to rule our cities.
The peregrine falcon is not just fast. It is the fastest animal on Earth.
But speed alone is not enough. The falcon must calculate distance, wind, and timing. When it dives, the sky itself becomes a weapon. One mistake and the hunt is over. One perfect move and survival continues. But not all rulers of the air hunt in daylight. At night, the owl becomes a ghost with wings.
Its feathers are designed to silence the sound of flight.
Bathed in the dramatic light of the shallows, the reef is a bustling haven. But the passing shadow of the osprey
The small marmosets must navigate the canopy with extreme caution, for they are constantly watched.
The green mamba, highly venomous, moves quickly through the golden grass.
Masters of the sky. From the bald eagle in the mountains to the harpy eagle of the rainforest, these apex predators rule their domains.
The eyes of a predator are marvels of evolution. The kestrel, the barred owl, the sea eagle and the goshawk all possess vision far superior to our own.
The osprey, a master of the sky, circles high above the crystal-clear waters, searching for its next meal. As the morning mist clears, the adult returns with a prized catch, ensuring the survival of this growing family. The mighty harpy eagle, a symbol of the untamed Amazon, protects its vulnerable chick high above the forest floor. As the storm clouds gather, the massive eagle musters its strength. Against the fury of the tempest, the hawk pushes forward, its wings straining against the gale. Amidst the torrential rain, the harpy eagle remains resolute, a symbol of the jungle's untamed power.
It is so busy down here today. Yeah. I know, but the energy is amazing.
From the heart of the metropolis, the kestrel journeys to where the ancient cliffs meet the sky, a transition from the urban to the wild. Emerging victorious from the water, the osprey begins its powerful ascent, its wings casting 1,000 sparkling diamonds into the air. Here, high above the rugged peaks, the juvenile wedgetail learns the ancient art of soaring from its parent. High above the world, the peregrine reigns supreme, a symbol of speed and power in the endless blue.
Above the clouds, one hunter begins its silent patrol.
It is small compared to an eagle, but faster than anything alive. Its greatest weapon is not only speed, but vision. From hundreds of meters above, the falcon can read the world below. Below, a flock moves together, trusting safety in numbers. The peregrine does not rush. It studies the wind, distance, and timing. Every feather helps control balance at impossible speeds.
In the wild, it nests on cliffs. In cities, it uses towers as mountains.
Wherever it lives, the strategy remains the same. Height gives power. The hunt begins long before the dive.
One movement below is enough to trigger the attack.
Then, without warning, the hunter leaves the cliff. But the peregrine does not attack from level ground. It climbs first. The higher it goes, the more dangerous it becomes. Its body is shaped for one purpose: to become a living arrow.
Now the moment arrives. The peregrine drops from the sky with terrifying control. Air bends around it. Clouds split before it. Below, the flock senses danger too late.
The peregrine falcon does not chase the whole flock. It chooses one target.
At this speed, even turning becomes dangerous.
One wrong angle could break the attack. The strike is not chaos, it is calculation. In a heartbeat, the sky explodes with motion. Even after the strike, control decides survival. Sometimes, even the fastest hunter fails. The peregrine rises once more, preparing for another dive. At high speed, every feather must work perfectly. Its head cuts through air like a blade. Special structures in its nostrils help control airflow during the dive. Special structures in its nostrils help control airflow during the dive. And its talons are built for precision, not wasted movement.
Along coastlines, cliffs create perfect hunting grounds.
The ocean gives open space, and open space gives speed. Here, there are few places to hide. The flock breaks apart like silver sparks over the water. At the last moment, it rises again with perfect control. In mountains, the hunt becomes even more dangerous. Cliff winds can lift a bird or throw it off balance. The peregrine reads the wind like a map. Near the rocks, prey must escape both hunter and stone. The chase becomes a test of reflexes. Few birds can turn at speed with such accuracy. But nature gives no easy victories. After each attempt, energy must be saved. A great hunter is not always attacking. Sometimes it is waiting. Female peregrines are often larger than males, strong guardians of the nest.
During nesting season, the male works hard to support the family.
Their nest is simple, but placed where few enemies can reach.
These small chicks are born helpless, but their blood carries the instinct of speed.
Until they can fly, their parents are their only defense.
Every day, the young watch the sky, learning what they must become. The first step toward speed begins with a simple wing stretch.
Before the first flight, they train their muscles again and again.
For a young peregrine, the nest is safe, but the sky is destiny. The first flight is not graceful. It is a fight against fear. Slowly, the young bird learns to trust the air. The parent cannot carry it. It can only lead. Every landing teaches control. Every mistake teaches survival.
Before hunting living prey, young falcons practice with the wind itself.
Play becomes training. Training becomes skill. The first real chase often ends in failure. But each failure sharpens the hunter inside. The adult shows what patience and practice can create. This is the skill the young must one day master. Speed is only half the story. Control is everything. From wild cliffs to human cities, the peregrine has conquered many worlds.
Even in cities, it remains a true sky predator.
One generation teaches the next, and the legend of speed continues. When the peregrine falls from the sky, it is not falling.
It is ruling the air.
But speed is not the only power in the sky. In the mountains, another ruler waits, stronger, heavier, and fearless.
Far above the valleys, where the air is thin and the cliffs are unforgiving, another ruler waits. The golden eagle is not built for speed alone. It is built for power. With wings wide as a warrior's shield, it rides the mountain wind. Its eyes can scan the land from impossible heights.
From the sky, every movement becomes a message.
It does not waste energy. It waits for the mountain to lift it. Invisible rivers of warm air carry the eagle higher and higher.
But its true strength lies below the wings.
Its talons can grip with terrifying force.
On the cliff, it stands like a guardian of the mountains. Below, life moves carefully, because danger can come from the sky. A hunt in the mountains is never simple. The wind can help the hunter, or betray it. It falls with strength, not panic. The prey runs for cover, using the rocks like a maze.
The eagle must follow the shape of the mountain.
One wrong turn could end the hunt. This time, the mountain protects the prey.
The eagle does not panic after failure. It climbs again. Every hunt costs energy. In the wild, energy is life. In this silent world, patience can be stronger than speed. Its feathers protect it from cold, guide the air, and balance every movement.
Each feather works like a small blade against the wind. But the mountains can change without warning. A storm can turn the sky into a trap.
The eagle survives by reading every shift in the air.
Sometimes, survival means knowing when not to fly.
High on the cliff, the eagle's greatest treasure is hidden. The future of the Wildverse begins here, in the silence of the peaks, a legacy wrapped in down and shadow. For the golden eagle, parenthood is a fortress. Every gust of wind is measured, every shadow on the rock a potential threat. Survival is a lesson taught in small, vital moments. Before they can rule the air, they must first endure the elements. The world below is immense. To the uninitiated, it is a void. To a king in waiting, it is a kingdom. But the duty of the ruler is to patrol, to remind the world who holds the keys to the sky. 8,000 feet above the earth, the air belongs to the sovereign. But dominance is never uncontested. An intruder, a rival seeking to claim the thermal currents and the hunting grounds below. This is the language of the air, a ritual of height and heart. To lose the altitude is to lose the territory. A warning shot, a demonstration of force that requires no blood to be shed. The message is clear. The threat dissolves into the mist. The throne remains secure. For now, the sky has its king, and the legacy continues. On the vertical faces of the high crags, life is a precarious balance. For a young kid, every step is a lesson in survival. The eagle weighs the odds. A strike here is high risk. One misstep on these narrow ledges could be fatal for both predator and prey. From 2,000 feet up, the golden eagle sees the world in tactical detail. He is looking for a moment of weakness. Today, the goats are too well positioned. Intelligence is the eagle's greatest weapon. He will not waste energy on an uncertain kill. He shifts his focus to the valley floor. Here, the hunt is different. It's a game of speed and shadow. A warning cry. The marmot has seconds to reach the safety of the earth. He closes the gap at 8 miles per hour, using the contours of the land to stay hidden until the final moment. A clean escape. In the wild, the line between a meal and a missed chance is measured in milliseconds. They are the masters of the thermals, the silent watchers of the peaks. They are the sky killers, the birds that truly rule the air. Undeterred, the king of the air rises again. For the golden eagle, the hunt is a constant, defining rhythm of life. In the heart of winter, the golden eagle reigns supreme over a kingdom of ice and silence. To survive here, one must possess more than just strength. One must possess the vision to see what others cannot. From 2,000 feet, even the faintest trail in the snow is a map to a potential meal. A red fox, exposed. It is a dangerous game of hide and seek, where the seeker holds the ultimate high ground. The air is heavy with a tension only the predator understands. But today, hunger is not the only driving force. As the sun dips, the hunter returns. There is a new generation waiting for more than just food. Aura is at the threshold. Her downy coat is giving way to the armor of a sky killer. The instinct is there, pulling at her. She must learn to trust the very element that will one day sustain her. But the abyss is a cruel teacher. The first step is not a leap of faith. It is a battle against the earth itself. Her father's call is a reminder. The sky is not a void to fall into, but a home to be claimed. Her time is coming. For the golden eagle, the first step into the sky is not a flight. It is a leap of faith. Gravity is a harsh teacher. In these first few seconds, instinct must override fear. Then, the miracle of physics. The wind catches his primary feathers, and the fall becomes flight. He is no longer a creature of the earth. He has joined the masters of the wildverse. But flying is only the beginning. Now, he must learn the art of the hunt. A practice run. There is no prey today, only the rehearsal of the strike. Every tilt of the wing, every adjustment of the tail, is a lesson in survival.
Landing is the hardest part. It requires a grace that only comes with time.
The horizon is no longer a boundary. It is his new home.
This is what he will become: a sky killer, the undisputed ruler of the air.
The golden eagle rules the mountains with strength, patience, and fearless control. But in the mountains, speed is not everything. Here, strength, patience, and courage decide who survives.
But far from the open cliffs, another eagle rules a very different world.
In the rainforest, the sky disappears beneath leaves. and power becomes silent. Next, we enter the jungle kingdom of the harpy eagle, the monster of the rainforest. Far from the open mountains, another kingdom hides beneath endless green. Here, the sky is not open. It is broken into shadows, branches, and leaves. And inside this green maze, one hunter waits in silence. The harpy eagle is one of the most powerful birds of prey on Earth. Its face looks almost mythical, but every part of it is built for survival. The feathers on its head help frame sound, focus attention, and create a terrifying presence. Its talons are among the strongest weapons in the bird world. But strength alone is not enough in the rainforest. Here, every flight is a challenge through a living maze. Unlike open-sky hunters, the harpy has broad wings for control in tight spaces. In the emerald cathedrals of the Amazon, silence is not an absence of sound. It is a weapon. For the Capuchin troop, every rustle is a question. Every shadow, a potential end. The harpy does not hunt with speed. It hunts with calculation. It is the monster in the dark. While some rely on speed to escape, others bet their lives on being invisible. But the harpy sees through the deception of time and texture. This is the Wildverse, a delicate balance where the harpy eagle reigns as the ultimate arbiter of life and death. With a wingspan of nearly 7 feet, the harpy eagle is a titan of the air, but its true power lies in its explosive launch. In the cluttered world of the Amazonian mid-story, speed is nothing without precision.
The canopy becomes a high-stakes obstacle course. For the monkeys, there is nowhere to hide.
Short, broad wings allow it to bank and pivot where other raptors would be grounded. A near miss. In this game of inches, the jungle sometimes guards its own. But the harpy is a patient monarch. It can afford to wait. As the skies open, the rhythm of the rainforest shifts. Built for the elements, its plumage is a waterproof shield against the deluge. While others seek shelter, the harpy remains a sentinel in the storm. In the Wildverse, the monster of the rainforest doesn't fear the storm. It is the storm. The storm has passed, leaving behind a world transformed, and a predator ready to reclaim its throne. The harpy eagle does not just see, it calculates. As the canopy breathes again, the residents of the Wildverse return to their routines, unaware of the eyes watching from above. A sloth, hundreds of feet away, hidden by a wall of green. To any other bird, it is invisible. But Coda is mapping the gaps, measuring the wind, and timing the swing of the vines. Silent, powerful, a ghost in the machinery of the forest. Navigating a maze at 40 miles per hour, where a single inch of error means a broken wing. The prey's defense is simple. Hold on, stay hidden, and trust the trees. Not every attempt becomes a meal. In the wild, nothing is guaranteed. The harpy saves energy, because every powerful flight comes at a cost. At the very top of the world, hidden within the emerald veil of the Amazon, lies a cradle for a titan. Inside it, a new ruler of the rainforest begins life. The chick is helpless, but it is protected by one of the strongest parents in the canopy. It grows slowly, watching the forest that will one day become its kingdom. Every return to the nest means survival for the next generation. Even the most powerful hunters begin with care. The chicka's wings grow stronger day by day. Each new feather is a step closer to the sky. Leaving the safety of the nest is the most dangerous lesson. One misplaced step could be the last. But the call of the wildverse is too strong. A new master of the air is finding her balance. The parent watches closely, but the young bird must build confidence alone. Every flap strengthens the body for the day of flight. The first flight is short, but it changes everything. In the rainforest, a safe landing is just as important as takeoff. Now the young bird must learn to read the green maze. The adult shows what silent strength looks like. The young follows, learning every gap, every branch, every safe path. Below them, the forest floor feels like another world. For the harpy eagle, the battlefield is not the ground. It is the canopy. Power, silence, patience, precision. These are the laws of the rainforest hunter.
But today, the harpy faces a danger greater than any rival. When forests disappear, the harpy loses its home, its hunting ground, and its future.
This bird cannot rule without the rainforest. The harpy is not separate from the forest. It is part of the forest's heartbeat. Every chick depends on trees tall enough to hold a giant nest.
She is the regulator, the apex of a complex world where every life is connected.
When it flies above the canopy, it carries the power of the jungle with it.
As the sun dips below the horizon, her watch draws to a close.
The harpy belongs to the day, but the night belongs to another kind of hunter. In the next chapter, we follow the owls. Silent killers of the night. Built to hear fear in the grass. A kingdom of endless green, waiting for the moon. The legacy continues, even as the world changes. The rainforest gives it shelter. The sky gives it freedom.
But when the sun disappears, the rules of the air change completely. A new hunter awakens, one that attacks without sound. It sees through darkness. It hears what others cannot. The night has its own ruler. Next, we enter the silent world of owls. the ghosts of the night.
When the forest sleeps, the silent killers begin to fly. When the sun disappears, the sky belongs to a different hunter. The world becomes colder, quieter, and more dangerous.
In the darkness, two eyes open.
The owl does not need speed like a falcon, or strength like an eagle. Its power is silence.
Below, small lives move through the grass, believing the night will hide them.
Its head turns with unbelievable control, scanning the night without moving its body. The feathers around its face work like a natural satellite dish. They guide sound toward the ears, helping the owl locate hidden prey.
A mouse makes one tiny sound.
For the owl, that sound is enough. Then it leaves the branch without warning.
Its wings cut through the air without sound. Special feather edges break the air into silence. The prey never hears the hunter coming.
The final move is fast, direct, and almost invisible.
In the wild, silence can decide life and death. The night hunter returns to the shadows.
Across open fields, another ghost moves through the darkness. The barn owl wears a face shaped for listening. It can hunt in near total darkness, guided by sound alone.
A hidden movement beneath the grass becomes a map.
The barn owl falls like a white shadow. But some owls rule lands where trees disappear completely. The snowy owl is built for a world of ice, wind, and endless silence. Its white feathers turn the frozen land into camouflage. Here, cold is not background. Cold is an enemy. Yet even in this harsh world, the owl hunts with grace. Tracks reveal life beneath the white surface. Even snow cannot fully hide sound. The strike is clean, sudden, and silent. In deserts, owls face a different kind of night. After sunset, the burning land cools, and hidden creatures begin to move. The owl follows movement across sand, stone, and silence. Some owls are small ghosts. Others are giants of the night. The eagle owl is strong enough to rule dark cliffs and forests.
Its wings carry power through the darkness. A deep call travels through the night, warning rivals away.
Territory means food, safety, and a future for its young.
In the night, strength does not always need violence.
Deep inside old trees, the next generation waits.
Snowy owl chicks are born soft, weak, and completely dependent.
Until they can fly, the parent becomes their shield.
Every return through the darkness keeps the family alive.
Soon, the chicks begin to test their wings.
Before true flight, young owls learn to balance on branches.
The first movements are clumsy, but every mistake builds skill. The parent cannot fly for them. It can only watch and protect. Then one night, the young bird finally trusts the air.
A safe landing becomes the first victory.
But flight is only the beginning. Now it must learn to hear the hidden world.
The night is full of messages for those who know how to listen. The first hunt often ends in confusion. The adult shows what silence can become. The adult shows what silence can become.
Across forests, fields, deserts, and snow, owls rule the darkness. Their eyes gather light. Their ears gather secrets. Their feathers turn flight into silence.
The owl is not evil. It is part of the night's balance.
Without hunters, the balance of life begins to break. As dawn approaches, the night hunter's kingdom begins to fade. The snowy owl returns to shelter before the daylight takes over.
Daylight belongs to other wings. For now, the silent killer sleeps.
But beyond the forest, another hunter prepares for a different battlefield. This world is not ruled by darkness, but by reflection.
Above the water, the osprey begins its patrol.
Its eyes search beneath the surface. Below, silver flashes move like secrets under glass. The osprey waits for one perfect angle. Then it drops from the sky, straight into another world. Sky meets water in a single fearless strike. Next, we follow the osprey, the perfect dive hunter of the water world. As morning light touches the water, a new hunter takes command of the sky. The osprey is not a hunter of forests or cliffs. It belongs to the water. Its eyes search through glare, ripples, and reflection. Below the surface, silver bodies move like flashes of light. The osprey circles, waiting for the right depth, the right angle, and the right moment.
So the hunter adjusts its position again and again.
Water can deceive the eye. What looks close may be deeper than it seems.
Then it holds itself in the air, like a living helicopter.
Its feet are ready before the dive begins.
One golden carp rises too close to the surface.
The osprey commits.
Unlike many hunters, it enters the water feet first.
For a moment, the sky disappears.
The hunter crosses into a world it cannot live in.
Now the challenge is not only catching, but escaping the water.
With powerful wings, it lifts itself back into the air.
The perfect dive becomes a meal earned through risk.
The osprey turns the fish forward, reducing drag as it flies.
Every detail helps save energy on the journey back. Above the lake, the hunter rests and feeds. In nature, the hunt is not cruelty. It is survival. But still, lakes are only one part of its world. Rivers create a different challenge. The water moves, bends light, and hides the fish. The osprey must judge not only the fish, but the current. A flash beneath the current becomes the signal. The dive begins again.
This time, the river fights back. A strong current can pull even a skilled hunter down.
But the osprey is built for this border between sky and water.
Again, it rises. Along coastlines, the challenge becomes larger.
Here, wind is stronger, waves are higher, and fish vanish quickly.
But the hunter watches for one brief opening.
It holds its place against the wind, waiting for the sea to reveal its secret.
The swell builds, concealing the bounty beneath. But the osprey sees the sudden flash of silver. Then the sky hunter falls into the sea. For a heartbeat, it disappears beneath the spray.
Salt water, waves, and weight all pull against it. But once again, the hunter wins back the sky.
Every drop of water is extra weight, and every wing beat matters. Its feathers help protect it from the water it must enter to survive. Its feet are designed to grip slippery fish with deadly precision. A reversible toe helps it hold its catch more securely. Near water, the osprey builds a high home. A strong pair can return to the same nesting place year after year. Stick by stick, the nest becomes a fortress above the water. Inside, young ospreys wait for every successful dive.
For the chicks, every fish means growth, strength, and another day of life.
The hunter becomes a parent, and survival becomes care.
Soon, the young birds begin to feel the pull of the sky.
Before they can dive, they must first learn to fly.
A small lift from the wind becomes the first taste of freedom.
The first flight is nervous, unstable, and unforgettable. Every landing teaches control. But flying is only the beginning. The water is the real test. To hover takes strength, balance, and focus. The first dive is rarely perfect. The water teaches quickly.
Failure is heavy, especially with wet wings.
The adult shows what practice can become. Every successful hunt becomes a lesson. The young hunter tries again. And finally, the water gives its first reward. A new water hunter has entered the sky. But the osprey's story does not end at one lake. Many ospreys travel across continents, following seasons and water. Migration is dangerous. Storms, hunger, and exhaustion test every wing beat. To survive the journey, the hunter must know when to rest. Wherever it travels, the osprey always returns to water.
Vision, timing, courage, control. These are the gifts of the perfect dive hunter. Between sky and water, the osprey has mastered both worlds. But not all sky warriors rule from above. On the open plains, one bird brings the power of wings down to the earth.
Next, we meet the secretary bird, a ground warrior famous for facing danger at its feet.
On the open grasslands, not every bird of prey rules from the sky. The secretary bird brings the power of a hunter down to the earth. It looks graceful, but beneath that elegance is a fearless warrior. Its long legs are not only for walking, they are weapons of speed and force. In the grass, danger moves close to the ground. A snake can be dangerous to many animals, but this bird does not run immediately. It studies distance, timing, and the direction of danger. Its wings help balance the body during sudden movements. One step too close could be costly. The spectacled cobra snake strikes, but the secretary bird has already moved. With lightning-fast legs, the secretary bird controls the battle. This is not a fight of anger. It is a test of survival. Sometimes, the safest victory is forcing danger to leave. The grassland warrior moves on. It patrols the land for insects, reptiles, and small animals hidden below. Like all sky killers, vision is still one of its greatest gifts.
Not every hunt is dramatic. Some are small, fast, and necessary.
Every small meal helps fuel the long walk across the plains. Under the burning sun, the grassland tests endurance. Even warriors must save energy when the heat becomes too strong. Sometimes, a pair patrols the land together.
Though it hunts on the ground, it raises its young above it.
The young begin life safely above the grass. But every parent knows the ground below is full of danger. Before they walk like warriors, they must grow strong. Their first steps are awkward, but those legs will one day become their greatest strength. Practice begins with simple movements. The young learn by following the path of experience. But above the same plains, another hunter waits in silence. The hawk is a master of patience.
It can wait for hours, watching the ground for one small movement. From high above, nothing small is truly hidden.
The field becomes a map of clues.
A tiny movement is enough to begin the hunt. The body prepares before the wings move.
Then, the branch is empty.
It glides with control, saving energy until the final strike. The angle must be perfect. final moment disappears into the grass.
Success or failure, the hunter returns to the air. Even skilled hunters miss more often than people imagine. Patience is not weakness. It is strategy.
Some hawks take strategy even further by hunting together.
In harsh deserts, teamwork can mean survival.
They watch different angles and communicate through movement and calls.
Together, they cover more ground than one hunter alone.
For prey, escape becomes harder when the sky has more than one watcher.
Every perch becomes a new viewpoint.
The chase is short, but the planning is complex. After the hunt, the group rests as one.
Like all sky hunters, hawks fight not only for themselves, but for the next generation. The young are born fragile, but their future is written in wings. Every successful hunt becomes strength for the nest. Soon, the chicks begin to test the air. Before flight comes balance.
The first flight is small, but it opens the world.
Now it must learn the hardest skill of all, waiting. Practice teaches the body how to turn vision into action. Every mistake becomes part of the hunter's education. The adult shows what control looks like. Across the world, hawks have adapted to forests, deserts, fields, and cities. In forests, the goshawk turns trees into an obstacle course. In open country, the kestrel can hover like a tiny falcon.
Some hawks even survive beside humans, turning poles and rooftops into hunting towers.
They are not villains of the sky. They are guardians of balance. Ground warrior and sky hunter share the same truth. Survival belongs to those who adapt. Some strike from above. Some fight on the ground. But all are connected by wings, vision, and instinct.
Now, their stories come together.
Every ruler of the air begins with fear, then learns to trust the wind. But today, their world is changing faster than ever.
Their future depends on the lands, waters, forests, and skies they call home.
In the final chapter, we follow the legacy of the sky killers and the future of birds that rule the air.
The sky belongs to those who learn to rise.
Across the world,
The sky is divided into many kingdoms.
Each ruler has its own land, its own method, and its own story of survival.
The peregrine falcon rules through speed.
It turns gravity into a weapon and the open sky into a battlefield. The golden eagle rules through strength and patience. Its power is carved by cliffs, storms, and endless mountain winds. The harpy eagle rules through silence and force. In the green maze, it becomes almost invisible. The owl rules through darkness. Its wings carry no warning, and its ears hear what others cannot. The osprey rules the border between sky and water. It trusts its vision, its timing, and its courage to enter another world. The hawk rules through patience. It waits for one small movement to reveal a hidden life. And the secretary bird brings the battle to the ground. With long legs and fearless timing, it turns the plains into its arena. Different hunters, different worlds, but one gift connects them all: vision. To rule the air, they must see farther, sharper, and faster than the life below. Their wings are not just for flight, they are tools of survival. Every feather shapes the air, controls the body, and protects life. Their talons are designed for grip, balance, defense, and survival. In nature, hunting is not evil. It is the law that keeps balance alive.
Predators control populations. Scavengers clean the land. Every role matters. Even the birds people fear often protect the world in ways we rarely notice. But no ruler is born ready.
Every hunter begins with fear.
Every mistake teaches control.
Every sound becomes a lesson. Every failed dive builds courage. Every branch teaches balance. And every silent hour teaches patience. The future of the sky is passed from wing to wing.
But today, the world below them is changing.
When forests disappear, rainforest hunters lose their homes.
When waters are polluted, fish hunters face new dangers.
When cities rise, some birds adapt, but others struggle to find space. Stronger storms, shifting seasons, and shrinking habitats test every wing.
Yet hope still rises where nature is protected. Safe nesting places give young birds a chance to grow. Clean rivers keep the water hunters alive.
Strong forests protect the hidden rulers of the canopy. Open grasslands give ground and sky warriors room to survive. To film them is to remember how powerful nature still is. At PN WILDVERSE, every story begins with respect for the wild.
Speed belongs to the peregrine.
Strength belongs to the eagle. Power hides inside the rainforest. Silence rules the night.
Courage dives into the water.
Patience watches from above. And bravery walks through the grass.
Together, they remind us that the sky has many rulers.
Some rule through speed, some through strength, some through silence. But all survive by following the same ancient truth. Adapt or disappear. Every young bird that takes flight carries the future of its kind.
Every wing beat is a promise that the story continues.
When one hunter sleeps, another awakens. The land moves. The sky watches. The forest breathes, and the silent ruler waits. Across the grassland, another patrol begins.
They are hunters, parents, survivors, and guardians of balance.
To understand them is not to fear them, but to respect them.
They are not monsters of the sky.
They are nature's perfect designs, shaped by time, hunger, and survival.
And as long as the wind rises, they will continue to rule the air.
Sky killers, birds that rule the air. PN WILDVERSE.
Protect the wild, and the wild will continue to inspire us.
For more powerful wildlife stories, stay connected with PN WILDVERSE. Next time. When the sun goes down, Africa's deadliest night begins.
Until then, keep watching the sky. Subscribe for more wildlife adventures.